a group that was formed like in the 1700s, something like that, 1600s. This dude named Adam Weishaupt. He started this group of people, like powerful, rich people that basically could shape popular opinion and the way, the world is gonna move forward.
A lot of people, when they look at Prodigy's death, right? There's a lot of conspiracy theories that floats around that death. People actually say that it was an eggshell.
I'd rather have been an ally more than an enemy, you know what I mean?
But can I keep it real with you and say, what was it P poking at him?
P was poking at him.
I felt like P was poking at him.
He was poking at him. But you know what I'm saying? That was P.
He then mysteriously choked on an egg. Maybe the first person in human history to have choked on an egg in some capacity after speaking out about the Illuminati.
So N.O.R.E and Havoc just dropped a convo that's got people shook. They brought up Prodigy, his wild death, his unfinished mission, and the dark secrets he was trying to put out there before everything came to a screeching stop. If you've been keeping up, you already know Prodigy wasn't just making music, he was warning folks. He spent his final years putting the spotlight on secret societies, shady power moves, and how the industry was being used to push messed up agendas. He spoke about it openly, in interviews, in his book, and even kept private notes all the way to the end. But then, out of nowhere, he dies in a hospital, supposedly from choking on an egg. Seriously? That story always felt off. And here's the twist. At the exact time of his death, Prodigy was working on a whole musical about the Illuminati. He was documenting everything in a diary and even dropping names. That's the kind of thing that doesn't sit well with powerful people. Now, with N.O.R.E and Havoc finally bringing his name back up, fans are reading between the lines. It's not just what they say, it's what they don't. There's a vibe that they're both holding back, like they know things they won't dare say on camera. The way they talk around certain topics, it screams fear, like real fear. So now, people want to know, what exactly was Prodigy about to reveal? What was in those final notes? And more importantly, who are N.O.R.E and Havoc trying not to talk about?
N.O.R.E means like the illuminated ones. Light is like information. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you see the light now. I found out the origin of the information that they were teaching.
A clip from Havoc's old Drink Champs interview just popped back up, and it's got people buzzing all over again. N.O.R.E asked him straight up about the rumors surrounding Prodigy's death. Like, did he really choke on an egg, or was something shady going on behind the scenes? But yo, you could feel the tension in the air. The way N.O.R.E asked the question, super cautious, like he was walking on glass. He didn't even say too much, just hinted around it. And Havoc? Man, he dodged the whole thing, tried to steer the convo somewhere else like it was too hot to handle. Then N.O.R.E pushed a little further, bringing up the Illuminati rumors, and Havoc suddenly acted like he didn't know what that was about.
Now, I'm sorry to start with you with such a harsh question, but a lot of people, when they look at Prodigy's death, right? There's a lot of conspiracy theories that floats around that death. People actually say that it was an eggshell. Obviously, when I want to interview anybody, I Google everything, and people are saying, and then there's this video, and you tell me if this is real or not, I don't know, of Prodigy and they're like Illuminati, a guy running up on the Illuminati and saying, you better not put out this video. You know,
somebody was ran up on
him. Yeah, and he had the people had a mask on. Did you ever see this video?
Nah, it was a real video.
It was I don't know if it's a real video.
Up on him?
Yeah, they ran up on him and they was like, you know, you better not put this video out, whatever video that it is.
Come on now. Havoc ended up saying he's 50-50 on all the talk surrounding Prodigy's death, but then quickly added that it's the kind of thing that should only be talked about in private. He straight up refused to go deeper on camera.
Foxy or Kim?
I would say Kim, just Dolo, just like that. But I worked with Foxy before, you know what I'm saying? And you know,
You worked with Kim too?
And you got bigger joints with Kim. Talk about it. Yeah, Kim.
You see why it's a good question?
This has got me in trouble before. I'm going to be clear.
You mean rapping wise?
I don't
Anything,
mean
whatever
wise.
your criteria is.
Whatever your criteria is, sir.
I'm just gonna say Kim.
Oh, you saying Kim?
No, I'm gonna say both.
Oh, so that's a
Then
drink.
you gotta take a shot,
Take a
sir.
shot.
Not
We all gotta take a
not
shot.
of that water though, sir.
No, this is
Nah, he
this is that. That's
Okay,
the
okay,
He drink that one,
All right, cool. Where's my shit? All right, cool. I'll give you the Japanese whiskey.
Wait, why are we taking a shot?
You have to take a
Because he
shot
said
too.
both.
We all.
Oh yeah,
What does that mean?
We all guilty.
That moment right there lit the internet back on fire. When two OGs from the game who were close to Prodigy get all nervous and shut down the convo like that, it screams that they've seen too much. Let's rewind and look at why Prodigy had so many eyes on him in the first place. He wasn't just spitting bars, he was dropping warnings. He was one of the first in hip-hop to really speak on the Illuminati, and this wasn't no clout-chasing move. He'd been talking about it for years, going all the way back to the 90s. One of the earliest times he spoke on it was in 1995 on the I Shot Ya remix with LL Cool J. He rapped, "Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society trying to keep their eye on me. But I'ma stay incog in places they can't find me. Make my moves strategically." That line hit hard back then, and it hits even harder now. Prodigy wasn't just rapping, he was dropping code, and fans have been decoding it for decades. That bar, "The God," it's sort of similar, but iller than a chess player. "I use my thinker, it coincides with my blinker," set off years of speculation. And the wild part, he never backed down. He stood on it through every track, every era. Then in 2008, he came harder with the track Illuminati. This time, he didn't leave anything up for interpretation. He went straight at it, no filter. He spit, "This is not a theory. The conspiracy is real. They want to put me in a straight jacket in a padded room and tell the world there's 12 monkeys so they can be confused." No metaphors, no dancing around it. He was warning people loud and clear. And it didn't stop there. On his final album, Hegelian Dialectic, The Book of Revelation, which dropped January 20th, 2017, exactly 5 months before he passed, Prodigy was still locked in on these ideas. That album dove deep into secret societies, control tactics, and how the entire system's rigged from behind the curtain. He wasn't speaking in riddles anymore. He was calling it exactly what it was.
Like what they're doing to the kids with the immunization shots. They have major programs, immunization programs, where they're poisoning us, you know? They're infecting us with stuff on purpose, and it's called population control. They have these programs they do in Africa. They immunize the whole village. They'll give them shots, and it's poison. They're killing them. They're giving them disease. They're filling them up with mercury.
Okay. Immunizations, what else?
There's a whole bunch of other, freedom fighters and just people that's, putting the truth out there to the world, and the FBI and the CIA have these covert operations where they stop them, they kill them, they assassinate them, or they assassinate their character.
But here's the part that's got people really talking. Toward the end, Prodigy started putting names on it. He claimed there were folks inside the music biz who knew the truth, but stayed quiet, choosing fame and fortune over truth. And one of the biggest names he pointed at, Jay-Z, while locked up, Prodigy wrote a letter that shook people. He said he had a full awakening, that the government, religion, politics, even the IRS, it was all fake. In his words, the government, religious politics, the Federal Reserve, IRS, and everything we believe and live by is a joke. Then he dropped the bomb, calling out Jay-Z. Prodigy claimed Jay-Z knows the truth, but he made a pact with the Illuminati to never speak on it. He believed Jay chose the dark side, all for power, status, and control. Prodigy didn't hold back, not even a little. He straight up said that Jay-Z hides the truth from the black community and pushes the lifestyle of the beast instead. And get this, Prodigy didn't stop there. He promised to keep coming full force at Jay-Z, the Illuminati, and any form of evil until someone finally shut him down. In his own words, "I fear nothing and no one. I'm fearless, because the truth has set me free from the Illuminati's mental enslavement, and I have been empowered by God and the universe." That's not something you say lightly. Prodigy wasn't just speaking his mind, he was throwing shots at serious power. So it's no wonder folks started wondering, was his death really just an accident? Yeah, Prodigy had sickle cell his whole life. He'd been dealing with that since he was a kid. So when the news broke that he died on June 20th, 2017, while hospitalized, most people figured his illness finally caught up with him. But then the coroner's report dropped and it shocked everyone. Turns out sickle cell had nothing to do with it. The official cause of death, they claim Prodigy choked on a boiled egg, a freak accident, in a hospital. Come on now. Fans didn't buy it then, and they still don't buy it now. Too many things just don't add up. The timing, the content he was dropping, the enemies he was calling out. People truly believe he was silenced for being too real and getting too close to the ugly truth. And it's not just fans raising eyebrows. Some of Prodigy's peers have spoken up too. One of the most recent, Kanye West. He actually brought up Prodigy's death in an interview with Candace Owens. But here's the crazy part. YouTube immediately yanked the clip and even suspended Candace's whole channel for a week.
And now, like, I talked to N.O.R.E this morning, he was like, okay, I realized this. I realized that I really don't feel Prodigy died from choking on an egg.
What is it that they don't want people to see? But trust, it gets even darker. Later on, Candace Owens circled back to what Kanye said and brought it up on her show. She even played a throwback clip of Prodigy's interview with Alex Jones, where he talked about disturbing rituals that supposedly go down in elite circles.
That people don't believe that Prodigy choked on an egg. And I had no idea what he was referring to. And I just wanted to let you guys know that there was a rapper named Prodigy who began speaking out about the Illuminati. He basically said, I have this platform and I want to use my platform for good to wake up the masses to what's really going on in society. And so I am going to dig up this old clip of Prodigy right before he mysteriously choked on an egg. And he decided to speak with Alex Jones. Take a listen to what Prodigy had to say.
Yeah, they doing all this ritualistic murder and rituals on little, they molesting little kids, doing satanic sex rituals. Like, this stuff is really going on in this world. Like, on 9/11, what they did was they 20 birds with one stone. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like to say it. You know what I mean? Because they changed all kinds of laws. They changed all kinds of they changed people's mentality, the way they look at the world. They pulled off one of the biggest ritualistic, you know what I mean, that ever happened, you know what I mean, live for the whole world to see.
So there you have it. That is Prodigy. And like I said, he then mysteriously choked on an egg. Maybe the first person in human history to have choked on an egg in some capacity after speaking out about the Illuminati.
Things that would make your skin crawl. And if you really dig into Prodigy's old tweets, he wasn't just dropping lyrics. He was handing out breadcrumbs for people to follow. He was constantly posting links to articles and files, practically begging folks to look deeper. Like in 2014, he tweeted out an article about the UN warning the UK over reports of voodoo rituals and suspicious tourism activity involving children. His caption, I told y'all ERs, they doing X rituals on kids. Dumb people need to wake the F up. He wasn't sugarcoating anything. He didn't care about sounding controversial. Prodigy wasn't out here just playing into some sell your soul industry narrative. He believed something way deeper and way darker was going on behind closed doors. He was convinced that these powerful figures, who run more than just the music game, were operating global systems of control through dark rituals, manipulation, and psychological games. And to him, the Illuminati wasn't just a concept, it was real, and it was dangerous. Now, here's where I need you. Do you think Prodigy really knew too much? Was his death just a random accident, or was it something way more calculated? And what about N.O.R.E and Havoc? Do you think they're staying quiet because they know what's really going on? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't hold back. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this with anyone who needs to hear it. Stay locked in, and I'll see you on the next one.